Hello everyone, how's it going? It is StarSedz here, and this is just gonna be, at least I hope, a quick presentation of me now gonna consider publishing all of my commentary videos live here on YouTube and Profitly. The idea is that I make commentary videos. I record myself, trading, thinking about stocks or my take on a certain stock, how I feel at the moment trading, all these types of things. I'm gonna put all of them now online on YouTube and on Profitly. And the question is, why is accountability? I might trade like an idiot and learn from it, but I think if I trade like an idiot and put it online, so more people will see it, even if it's 1.5 people who end up watching, a video I put going over how I'm feeling about a certain stock, that one person being me, and that half is somebody who watched it for like 10 seconds and got off the video. You see Tim say this a lot of times that he doesn't want to trade like an idiot because then he has to make a video lesson about it, and that's just embarrassing. Nobody wants that. So for that reason, I will be considering doing this, putting the videos online on YouTube. I will only stop or at least slow the amount of videos, maybe not do all of them. If it just takes too much time away from studying or trading, if I feel like it's, a burden more than a benefit, I'll just simply stop. But for now, I think this will be a great idea, at least to try it and see how it can go. Who am I? I'll try to make this whole thing quick. I don't want, trust me, I don't need to talk about myself for a long time. I don't want to. My name is StarSedz on Profitly. My real name is Brian. I first heard about Tim around December 2014. I graduated 2014, and my first trade was NDRM. It was a nice, I think it was like a 20% trade. On the very last day of 2014, the last trading day, I barely made money because I traded so small and commissions were a thing back then. As I mentioned, I'm 24 years old now, and when I graduated from high school, I didn't go to college. I didn't know what to do in life, but I knew that I didn't want to go to college because I've always liked the whole idea of being an entrepreneur, self-employment, being your own boss. That whole mindset around it, I've always liked it. And I mean, there's not really a college course that you can take for that. At least precisely. I mean, business administration, sure, you can go to college for that, or you can just open a business and you can learn. You could do that too, and I think that's better than going to college for it. So yeah, let's go ahead with the next slide. And so, what does that mean? You've been trading? Have I been trading since 2014 and still not a profitable trader? No. Okay, I didn't trade every single year 2014 to 2020. I'm not that much of a loser, okay? The answer is absolutely no to that. After I had that trade in 2014, I tried really hard all of 2015. Really, really, really tried. I put in so much effort and I just failed. Geez, I made every mistake in the book. The only mistakes I didn't really make back then is that I never became a bag holder. So, what was supposed to be a day trade, immediately didn't go in your favor, or maybe it did and then later it didn't. And you're like, oh, well, I'll just hold the stock. I think I'll come back the next day or a few days later. I never did that. I never did the short seller equivalent of that. And I never made a whole bunch of gains and lost it all. I think that's a great problem to have. At least some kind of an upgrade. I overtraded. I made all these mistakes. Just really, and then I was kind of jaded. Just kind of messed up, and just really wasn't that easy. I picked up a job around the same time, December 2014, at Amazon. I didn't make that much money. I tried really hard, but I eventually just burnt out and I stopped trading around 2016, as in I stopped day trading and I stopped being consistent. I stopped, even back then I did commentaries and recap videos, all not as good as they are now. Even back then I did that stuff, but it just slowly just started to topple off. And what was the big problem about that? I was just simply impatient. I thought that it was gonna not take that long. It was only gonna take a few months, and then once it got to a year, give or take, I just started to really lose that confidence, just starting to wear me out. On top of that, I was doing a whole bunch of different business ideas at the same time. I was doing trading, I had a website, like YouTube videos, just trying so hard. And I was just not completely focused in one thing, so that was definitely a problem that led me to that. And yeah, I eventually just stopped trading completely in June 2016. Why, or what caused you to quit? As I mentioned, I was just impatient. Really, really, and I still freaking hate commissions. Like, you could get in a trade, you traded it perfectly, it didn't go the way you wanted, you followed your plan, you cut losses quickly at the level. In theory, you didn't make or lose anything, but you lose $20 because of commissions. And as like a broke person, with I guess at the time too, a broke mindset, I just hated that. Or, that's even if you were break even on the trade. Even if you were to lose on a trade and then $20 on top of that, it just felt horrible. I didn't have a big account. I think the biggest I ever got to was like, I would only trade positions as high as like 1,600, if that. But even then, I didn't have much money. I made so many mistakes, dude. And yeah, as I mentioned, I was trying too many things at once. So stocks, a whole bunch of other businesses, affiliate, like just so many things. And what ultimately made me stop trading completely was I went ahead because and I felt like really when when I did quit back then, I feel like I almost had it. Like I almost got in that moment where just things started to really make sense and just snaps into place. But I did quit. I just, lost patience overall and was burnt out. Definitely burnt out. And I bought a How to Make Money course with Shopify. I'm sure you've seen a lot of those. How to make money selling stuff online, right? It was a $3,000 course, which was a lot to me at the time. I put all my money that I had in my stock trading account with E-Trade and my credit cards. Okay, and I bought that course, and then even after that, I got into binary options, and I'm sure you guys could imagine how that went. It did not go well at all, and I quit the job at Amazon. I was also pretty burnt out there. I didn't have purpose. Started a new job, and that new job was at a place that didn't have internet whatsoever. It was literally just trading time for money. You would work 10 hours a day, one day off every 2 weeks. You would have no time to do anything, just to work and sleep. So let's go ahead and get on with the new slides. So 2017, the job ended. It just ended. Everybody got laid off. The next job was going to be for a few months. So I came back home to my parents' house with little savings. I bought $300 worth of inventory to sell online, really doing that how to make money online thing with selling stuff online. It was actually profitable. I really put myself into it. I kind of had no other choice. It's not like I had a job anymore. $300, credit card debt, just not in the best situation, but I did it. I grew that business, but then I immediately had to start over a new selling business, a new type of item to sell around November 2017. 2018, 19, and January 2020, I've continued the same business. It grows every year. It grows. It makes more money. I make more money. I pay more taxes. And the best part of it all is that I have more time than I ever did at Amazon. I only had like 2 days off. I would work 10-hour shifts, and now, with the whole idea of, making money online and all of that stuff, things have just gotten better. I've grown it. I've really still making a lot of money. I make more than double, at least more than double what I made at Amazon. It's just, and you get the freedom of that. It's just really, 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 I guess it's just to prove myself that I can do something right. I'm not trying to be too cynical, but back in 2015, I was the opposite. I was inflated. My ego was huge, and that really costed me. But that was a great lesson. And yeah, we're just gonna continue on. February 2020. I just got back into trading again. Pennystocking silver. I bought the yearly course because it's cheaper that way. You pay for it at once. You don't see the charge on your account every month, kind of pressuring you in a bad way. And since then, that's all I've been doing. I've been doing trading, and let's go off to the next slide. So, why trade stocks again? Well, to summarize it, is the last point. I just like trading stocks. It's always been fun. I've always liked the concept. I like trading stocks, and even though I have been losing money, right? I haven't been a consistently profitable trader. I mean, hey, if I like stocks and I'm doing bad, imagine, how it's gonna be when I am profitable. How much I'll actually like trading stocks even more. It's just the whole thing around it. I like it. So freedom. You might have your own business, and you hear that whole stuff about be your own boss or whatever. Well, no, not really. When you have a business, your customer is your boss. All right, that's who pays you. Your customer. When you sell something, your customer is your boss, because that is what's paying you. That's what's running your whole thing. That's what supports you. If you do a bad job, your bosses, your customers are gonna tell others. And that's a bad thing. You don't want that. Also mobility. I mean, geez, you can. I mean, I don't like the concept of traveling around the world and trading, but just to have that ability sounds cool. With stocks, I could take a whole month off. If I wanted to. You can't do that with a business. You can't just pause it for a month. You can't just. If you have a McDonald's, you can't just. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna close it for a month. I mean. You'd have to hire somebody else. It's not completely as mobile as trading stocks, and it's just much more like with the other points, just much more freedom and scalability too. When it comes to trading stocks, I mean, the only thing you have to do to scale is literally just trade a larger position size. For the business I run, for me to make, for example, $1 million a year, I'd have to do so many things. I'd have to grow. I'd have to rent more space. I would have to start getting employees. A lot of things would have to go into place to start making that work. But to really just summarize it, I like trading stocks. It also comes with its perks. I don't have to mess with customer supports or, anything like that when you run a business, buying inventory, packing stuff, examples like that. But I just overall like trading stocks. I've always liked it, and I'm glad I've came back and I've been trying ever since. So what are my pros about this whole journey? I've already made all the newbie mistakes, at least I hope. In 2015, I've made all the mistakes: over trading, under trading, emotionally trading, just all of these mistakes. Of course, everybody still has their pros and cons, but I've made all the newbie mistakes. Consolidation. Second point. Now, what does that mean? Consolidation, as in, it's been 4 or 5 years since I quit and I've started again. Consolidation, as in the fact that all of what I went through, that whole journey, the whole thing, and then I came back. Now I was burnt out back then, but all of these years in the meantime that I've been working on my business, it's just been thinking, always in the back of my mind, just thinking about stocks, just always thinking, really thinking back, and going back and saying, well, I think maybe that went because of that or this went because of that. It's all, I'm no longer burnt out. All of the thinking of the whole journey just, has gone through, and I feel like more mentally prepared than ever. On top of that, the next bullet point, patience. I'm just more patient. I've gotten older, 24. I mean, you can still say I'm young, but I feel like if you were to compare me to when I was 18 or 20 when I first tried doing stocks, I'm just much more patient. And on top of that, the last point, time and money. I have more time than I ever did back then because I have this business. It's not like a 9 to 5. I can work whenever I want. I still have to work, and you can say in theory you don't have a 9 to 5, but you work the whole entire day because you're replying to messages, doing all these little things. But I still have that time compared to when I actually had a real job at Amazon and money. I make so much more money than I did back then. It doesn't, back then $1,000 was like, geez, that's a lot of money. But now it's not that much. I mean, it's still, I value every dollar, but it doesn't hurt me that much. It doesn't pay me that much, especially running a business where you have to buy inventory. You spend a lot of money to run the business. It's not pure profits, especially if you sell stuff online. I also, in terms of time, I don't have any friends. Like, I literally don't have any friends. And I don't mean by like, oh, well, I have these friends and I hang out like every week or two, once every so while. Once in a while we hang out, but they're not really my friends. No, I just don't have any friends at all. Okay? And I had a girlfriend, a really toxic, manipulative, and just draining emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially too. Even though it was bad, that whole relationship, I learned to be patient. I learned how to deal with toxic people in that sense. And I think that will greatly help me here in the stock market. So let's go to the cons. This is not spelled wrong unless you want to separate it or put a hyphen. Under trading, definitely under trading. I'm in setups all the time that are good setups. I'm starting to get a little better with that. At first, I was just too scared, or I would miss it because I didn't notice the pattern happening before me. Still something that I am working on today. I've gotten better, but just still something that, as I mentioned, is something that I'm still working on today. Cynical, definitely cynical. I think it's good to be cynical in terms of how the stock is going to go, the company itself, sure. But sometimes I'm too cynical with a certain trade setup that's forming, and I just don't let it, I don't buy it, I don't short it, whatever. I don't trade it, and I miss out. Again, it goes with under trading just because I'm cynical. I think it's good to be skeptical when it comes to trading setups, but I don't think it's good to be cynical unless you're thinking about, like I said, the overall company. I've just been way too cynical, and sometimes I do not look at the best patterns. I look at little technical analysis thingies, little setups, little triangles, whatever, just little baby, things that at best case scenario you make 5%, 10%, 15%. And there's some setups out there that easily you can make 20%, 30, 40%, and eventually it was overall 100% winner. Just the whole concept of not trading the things that are just easier to trade in general and going with that. Dude, I need to trade OTCs. I've been picky with them. I'm still, even though I have a lot more money and I make a lot more than I used to, I hate commissions. You have to pay commissions for OTCs, at least on E-Trade. I don't mind if it's like a little bit, but just a flat rate of $6.95, $9.95, like what it used to be. You still pay commissions with OTCs on E-Trade. Commissions are free now, which has helped greatly, but I just hate the freaking concept. That's probably the main reason why I don't do OTCs. The charts on those things are so easy. It trades so slowly. It's almost like slow motion compared to listed stocks. And there are some great runners, like right now, TSMP and I think another one, SFOR. There's just some really nice stocks out there. It goes with the previous bullet point too. Some OTCs are very, very, very profitable. Very simple setups, dip buys after morning panics, it's just, the whole thing with the penny stocking framework. I need to start trading those things and research. Last one. I don't look at the SEC filings very much. I probably should. Not like looking at the SEC filings and all of that stuff with everything I trade, but like with stocks that are playing out a framework, a penny stocking framework, one through seven, right? Like those are the stocks where you should probably research, see what they do a little, especially if it's something you're gonna be trading continuously, not just like a first day green day stock that you trade here and there, but something that you trade throughout an entire process of the framework. I need to do the research. I need to look at SEC filings and do that stuff. Will I join the trading challenge? And the answer is eventually. I would like to join it, but I would also like to finish watching all of the video lessons with penny stocking silver, all of them, like every single one of them, unless like one of you guys who are in the challenge who are actually still watching this video it's like will tell me, hey dude, you should join the challenge. No offense to Tim, but the webinars are so much better than the video lessons. Like you're missing out, you're really missing out. Then maybe I'll do it then and there, but I don't know. I'd kind of like to do like the thing like Roland Wolf did, that he was first a penny stocking silver, I think Tim Bertani too, and then they joined the challenge eventually once they started seeing some profitability. I want to start seeing myself at least be a more consistently profitable trader before I join the challenge, and I also want to finish at least finish all the video lessons first. Once I do that, I think it wouldn't be bad to join the challenge. The next slide, what have I studied? I've watched all these DVDs, some of them more than once, like How to Make Millions, Trading Tickers. There are also some other ones I didn't mention here. I think like Tim Raw or Tim Tactics. I don't remember which one. There was one where he was talking the whole time, I think, in a castrated choir boy voice, and I just did not watch that. But recently I did buy Penny Stocking Framework Paradox. That was a good video. And in case the 0.5% chance Tim watches this video, I don't have all these DVDs in my Profitly account. Like back then I bought like some challenge student on eBay. He sold his like DVDs, like a bunch of them, the older ones. None of the what do you call it, the Trader Investor Summits, none of those, but all of the older DVDs, and I watched them. Yes, they were definitely cheaper than Profitly, but I was broke as hell. But yeah, I did buy some of these, and I also watched the boot camp with Monaco. That was a pretty cool one. I still need to watch some of these DVDs, especially the other ones, like the one where he talked in a castrated choir voice. I need to watch that. I also need to watch the book, the one that came with the boot camp. There's a lot of things to watch, a lot of things to study. Another reason why I don't think I should join the trading challenge yet. I also want to finish watching all the video lessons. It says right here 850. Now I know Tim does video lessons in 5-minute increments. You might be aware, but this actually means 850 actual video lessons. Okay, so I like watching from the newest first, and then go back in increments of 50. You can adjust the video lessons page and make it show 50 at once. I'm currently in page 18, and I'm actually watching video lessons that I saw back in 2016, around the time when I quit. So I'm literally gonna watch all the video lessons, and right now it's just a number 850. I'm at page 18. I'm gonna finish watching all of them, and the overall goal is simple. My goal is to be a consistently profitable trader. I'm no longer impatient in terms of how long, is it gonna take or anything like that. I just want to make it. I just want to make it. Obviously, sooner the better, but you only need to make it once. I make money with my business, but I don't think it's as stable as trading. I think trading is easier once you get the overall concept. I like trading. Again, I like the whole thing around trading. It's always been something that I liked, and yeah, just to be a consistently profitable trader, whenever that will be, however long that will take, ideally sooner than later, but I'm not in a rush. Like before, I have the business. I'm not. I'm neglecting it a little. I'm not losing or anything like that, but I'm plateauing. I think in terms of how much I make, I've really optimized it so that it doesn't take as much time. I'm definitely not like exponentially growing it like I was before, but that's because I want to get this done. I like trading, and that's what I want to do in the long term, for all the reasons mentioned. I just like trading, and yeah, do that. That's all I got. Just the end of this whole entire presentation. I hope it wasn't that long. If you have any questions, like trader questions or questions about me, go ahead and ask them. Just don't ask me anything about trading setups or anything like that, because I'm not a consistently profitable trader yet. You should definitely talk to somebody that is, like Tim and the whole group behind Profitly. That's all I have. I hope you guys enjoy it. From here on out, it's going to actually be the commentary from today. I'm going to put all the videos, so it's going to be a long video, but the next videos after today shouldn't be that long because I won't have this introduction. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, feel free to ask any non-trading specific questions. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good one.